Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here today. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Chicago Bears. Of course, this is with the updated roster, so this team is far better than it was at the beginning of this year's Madden, but I'll see you after I change the coach and do all this fun stuff. Here is a look at, the new look Bears going into this next season. This offense is actually pretty good. I think they can actually score a lot of points. It's definitely going to show if Mitchell Trubisky was worth the pick or not, because this offense, other than him, is very good. Jordan Howard, Allen Robinson, Cameron Meredith, Taylor Gabriel, Zach Miller, if he plays, I don't know if he's playing because I know he had that really gruesome injury this past year, so I'm not too certain if he's actually even still on this team, to be honest. But I'm going to start Trey Burton, of course, the old Eagle. I wish he was still on the team. I loved Trey Burton. Every time he came in, he made plays. He was a great player. But this offensive line isn't terrible. Cody Whitehair, Kyle Long, Charles Leno, Earl Watford, right? Is that your name? Yeah, Earl Watford, Bobby Massey. I almost said BJ Massey. Definitely Bobby. But yeah, this team, other than Mitchell Trubisky on the offense, is very good. So if he can play well, it'll definitely show that he was worth the draft pick. But if he struggles, then they might have to look for another quarterback because he shouldn't really struggle with this offense. It's a pretty good offense around him. Obviously, that's, just overall wise and like how good the players are. I mean, obviously you don't know what kind of synergy they have together, all that good stuff. But they also have on the defense, Adrian Amos is a stud out of Penn State, of course. Prince Amukamara is their starting corner. Kyle Fuller's not bad. Bryce Callahan used to have quick development. He doesn't anymore. He's very fast though. Jonathan Bullard also used to have quick development. I don't know what kind of defense this team runs. Actually, I really do. It's a 3-4. Easily, this is a 3-4 defense. That's why they have Aaron Lynch and Leonard Floyd. Nick Kiwatowski is going to play for sure. He's a good player. I've seen him develop very well. Danny Trevathan, not a bad player. Akeem Hicks is a very good player. 27 years old, 89 overall. He should do pretty well for us. Eddie Goldman is not bad. He was a rookie last year, I think. No, he wasn't. He was a rookie 2 years ago. Why did I think he was a rookie last year? I don't know, but Jelani Jenkins is here. Aaron Lynch, not a bad outside linebacker, really. Eddie Jackson's a rookie. So this team definitely has some potential. I'll probably throw a few of these guys on the trade block, like Sam Acho. I'll definitely throw Sam Acho on the trade block. Maybe I'll try to trade for somebody this time. I don't know, but I'll come back with something. I got some trade offers here for Sam Acho and Zach Miller. A second and a fifth rounder from the Jets. That's the only thing I can take. The second one's next year, but I'm all right with that. And then Zach Miller, I feel like he should have more trade value, but let's see. A second and a seventh rounder next year from the Dolphins. I'm okay with that. We have a bye at the mid-season mark here, but we just lost by 3 points to the Saints. That's a bit rough. We are 3-5. Could have been 4-4 if we won that game, of course. The Vikings are 5-3, Packers are 4-3, Lions are 2-5, so the division's actually very close. We definitely still have a shot to make it to the playoffs. I did not change the experience sliders. That's annoying. So I will do that right after, I go over the team here, but the experience doesn't look very good because of that. But Allen Robinson, 5,000, not terrible, with no sliders changed. And then on the defense, anybody have a lot? I saw 3,000 from Leonard Floyd. I think that's the most. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Without the sliders change, that's not terrible, honestly. That would probably be like 7,000-ish. No, it would be less than that for sure, like maybe 5-ish thousand, 6,000 maybe. But Cameron Meredith I have to bring back. Definitely want him back on the team. Fantastic wide receiver. Sad that it's sadly that he got injured. What am I trying to say? It's sad that he got injured this last year because he is a really good receiver. I had him in fantasy football, I think, the 1 year. 2 years ago, whenever he was healthy. Kyle Fuller I want back on the team for sure too. Bryce Callahan, I'll give you a contract as well. You're an 80 overall. I didn't know you're that high. I mean, your stats aren't that great, to be honest. See if I can bring this down a little more. Bring him back for that. That'd be nice. He's coming back to the team. And Prince Amukamara. You want too much money, I think. I don't think I'm going to bring you back. I'd rather just draft a corner or something. John Jenkins, I don't want. Josh Bellamy. Pat O'Donnell. Actually, there's a reason why he always goes to free agency. Do they already have a punter? Let me check if this team already has a punter that's starting. Nope, they don't. So, I'll bring back Pat O'Donnell for sure. Let me do that really fast. I don't know why he always goes to free agency then. He's a good punter. Let's bring him back 5 more years. Let's do that. He should take that. Okay, he's coming back to the team. Not bad. We are not in the playoffs, but it's not really the biggest deal. 5-11. Not a bad turnout, considering now we'll get a pretty decent draft pick. The Lions actually won the division 9-7. Packers 9-7. The Vikings 8-8. That was definitely a winnable division for us, but I don't really care that we did badly. 2-2 in the preseason. Lost the opening game to the Falcons. Then we beat the Buccaneers and the Packers. That's pretty cool. We beat the Panthers as well. And the Packers again. Then we went on a huge losing streak and then beat the Vikings. We actually beat some pretty decent teams. But who won MVP? Ben Roethlisberger actually won MVP. Trubisky, 3,889 yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 picks. Not a good season, really. Jordan Howard actually had a pretty good year, though. Over 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Tariq Cohen had 6 touchdowns. I keep stuttering on my words right here. But Allen Robinson got over 1,000 yards. Cameron Meredith, not a terrible season. Taylor Gabriel, nothing fantastic. Trey Burton, 5 touchdowns. But, I mean, when Trubisky's throwing you the ball, can't really do all that much. But, I mean, I don't really blame Trubisky as much anymore because there's 40 sacks let up from these two guys, 24 from Charles Leno, 16 from Bobby Massey. Interior guys played pretty well, though. Danny Trevathan had 124 tackles. That's not terrible. 14 tackles for loss for Akeem Hicks. That's pretty good. Sacks, 8.5 from Aaron Lynch, 8 from Akeem Hicks. We got 4 picks from someone. Danny Trevathan, Prince Amukamara, and Adrian Amos. They all had 4 interceptions. 1 from Bryce Callahan, Kyle Fuller. I'm going to say Kendall Fuller another time in this video, and I apologize already. And Eddie Jackson, he also got 1. Any touchdowns? I see 1 touchdown down there for Aaron Lynch. Okay. 23rd in the NFL in offense. The defense was probably around the same, if I had to guess. 19th. Okay, so I guess a bit better. Big Ben, MVP. Nobody from the Bears. I don't expect to see really anybody from the Bears in, many of these categories over here. Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody? Okay, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm in the AFC. Hold on. I'm used to doing AFC teams. I've done a few in a row now. My bad. Nobody from the Bears. Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody from the Bears. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Trubisky came in 3rd. We also have Tariq Cohen in there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Anybody from the Bears? I don't even know if we had any defensive rookies starting. Actually, we had Eddie Jackson. But let's check out the experience. I changed the sliders, obviously after the midseason, but it definitely still affected the team. 10,000 from Allen Robinson, looks like the most on offense. And then on the defense, we got 10,000 from Leonard Floyd and Aaron Lynch. That's not bad. 10,000 from Danny Trevathan. I thought Adrian Amos would have made a Pro Bowl, having 4 interceptions. That was a pretty good season from him, but he did not make it. Okay, not too much experience, but at least we have a pretty good draft pick to look forward to. Let's see who's here to sign in free agency. 54 million cap room. I doubt anybody great. Tyvon Branch is the best player here. Sharif Floyd is always a good player to go after, but I do that all the time. Matt Ioannidis, I usually try to get him. I might actually go after it this time, because if he doesn't, if I draft the defensive tackle, because I want to take him to play defensive tackle maybe, and if he, what am I trying to say? If I draft the defensive tackle, I can always keep him at defensive end. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, but I'm going to go after him for sure, and let's see if there's anybody else. I don't see anybody else right now. I would go after Nickel Roby-Coleman, but the Redskins are giving him a lot. So yeah, I'll just see you in the draft, most likely. I'll let you know if I sign anybody else, though. I'll probably go after Dorian Johnson here. So I went after Dorian Johnson. He rejected my offer, but Matthew Ioannidis accepted. That's always cool to see. I don't know where I'm going to play him just yet. Honestly, Eddie Goldman's not terrible, but he'll play somewhere. So the top player on my board was that Reynolds guy. He looked really good. I was going to go after him, but he went 1st overall. And then Randall was my 2nd player that I kind of wanted. He went 2 picks ago to the Browns. So my 3rd option is actually a very good looking quarterback. He's a great combine. Not the best top 3 skills, but I think I'm still going to go with him. Eric Webb, I think his combine makes up for his, lack of skills here. 76 overall, quick development. We definitely reached, but I'm going to start him over Mitchell Trubisky for sure. Frederick Glover is going to be my selection right now. 22 years old, out of Alabama, a center with a good combine. Should be a good player. 77 overall, normal development. I'll take it. He's going to start somewhere for sure. So I have to make sure I check out that McDaniel guy. I think that's him. He had a 7.0 combine grade at a defensive tackle, which is a giveaway of a very good player. But now I can trade this pick away. It's a bit rough. He was supposed to go early in the 4th round, and I have the 1st pick in the 4th round, and he went late 3rd. It's okay, though. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I still kind of wanted to have him, but there's really nothing good right here. Do I even want to trade this one away? I'd rather just take players, honestly. So I'll just take a guard, right guard, left guard, something like that. Angelo Matthias. He's actually a very good-looking guard. Very strong, pretty quick. He's the fastest guard. He's actually really agile as well. 76 overall, normal development. Not a bad player whatsoever. I don't really think this guy is going to be anything special, but 4 force, 5 speed is not bad. B+ catching isn't terrible. B- release isn't bad. C+ spectacular catch. Let's just go with him. 72 overall, normal development. Didn't really think he was going to be anything special, but he's not a terrible player. The last 2 people I have scouted are cornerbacks, and they both actually look pretty good. Marshall Biddle is the first guy I'm going with. Very good top 3 skills. B+ man, B- zone, C+ press. Those are great skills with a pretty decent looking combine. He's agile, can accelerate well. He can jump pretty far vertically, or pretty high vertically, I guess. 40-yard dash time is not ideal, but he doesn't look terrible. Let's go with him. 78 with quick. That was a fantastic pick. 88 speed is not perfect, but 89 man, 80 zone, 79 press is not bad. 93 acceleration, 91 agility are both not bad either. I can afford to trade away this 5th rounder, try to get some more stuff for next year, see what is being offered. A 3rd next year, that's perfect. with the Bengals is our worst team doing that. I think I'm going to go with the Colts. I'm not sure how they played this year, but they normally don't play too well. And then I'm going to be taking this cornerback with my 6th round draft pick. He's supposed to be a late 7th rounder, I think. And I have like the 6th pick in the 7th round, but I don't really want to risk him going. He looks pretty good. Pearson Goodwin. He looks very, very good. B-man, B-zone, B- press, 4.37 speed is fantastic. This guy should be pretty good. 79 overall quick development. Ranked 17th in the entire draft. We took him at 166. What a steal. I'm just going to trade away this draft pick, I think. I don't have anybody else scouted, and I couldn't really find anybody that looked that great based on their combine, so let's go with the Browns 4th rounder next year. Oh, this guy looks so good. I really wish I had him on the team. This is the guy that went number 1 overall, the first dude on my draft board. 88 speed, 88 block shed, 92 hit power, 82 finesse, 85 power moves. This guy looks so good. This was the other guy I wanted to take. 79 overall, no development for either of those guys, but this guy still looks so good. 88 speed, 85 tackle, 83 block shed, 92 hit power. This guy's actually very good as well. Terrell Lumpkin, 96 speed, 88 catching. That guy's ridiculous. But let's check out this dude on the Falcons. This is the guy I'm most interested in, this defensive tackle. He's an 80 overall with quick development. This was for sure the guy I wanted to take. That sucks because he has 94 strength. Wow, okay, 79 block shed, 82 power move, 77 acceleration, 75 speed too. He could have played defensive end for me. This is the team for the 2nd season. The wide receiver core looks kind of weird because I have Cameron Meredith playing in the slot. The reason for this is because the slot and the number 1 receiver tend to get the most amount of action, and I want my best targets there. Cameron Meredith really isn't a slot guy. He's 6'3". I mean, I think Jordan Matthews is like 6'3" or something like that, and he plays the slot, so the size isn't really the issue. I don't know. I feel like he's just more of a number 1 or a number 2 guy. Taylor Gabriel is much more of a slot kind of dude. I'm going to have him play the number 2. Allen Robinson is going to stay the number 1. I also moved Glover. This is the guy, the center we drafted. I moved him to left tackle, and I moved Charles Leno to right tackle. Hopefully Leno can play better there. Cody Whitehair is still the center. Matthias came in and is now starting at right guard. Kyle Long is the left guard. Not bad at all. We got Webb starting at quarterback, of course. Trey Burton's the tight end, all that good stuff. Jordan Howard's there as well. And then the defense, Matthew Ioannidis is playing right end. I don't want Bryce Callahan to start. I like me some Bryce Callahan, but I don't want him to start right now. I might throw him on the trade block and see what I can get for him, because I really don't need him on this team anymore. Eddie Jackson's up to a 79, which is a little bit better than before. Adrian Amos is still here. The defense is, pretty much the same. I don't think I have many rookies starting other than, okay, I think the only 2 rookies I have are these cornerbacks, who I hope can play super well. I really hope they have a good season. But I'll see you at the midseason mark. Actually, no. I'll see you with a potential trade if I can, trade with somebody for Bryce Callahan. So we are 3-4 at the midseason mark here. Pretty much, I think, like right where we were last season. I think we were 3-5 last year at the midseason mark. But Adrian Amos needs a contract. I don't know why I started with this, but I'm just going to go with it. Adrian Amos, I definitely want back on the team. The best player on the defense, I think. Let's bring him back. There he is, coming back to the team. Eddie Goldman, another player that I would like back for sure. He's another very good player. There we go. Crayvon LeBlanc. Don't really want him because I just don't need him. Earl Watford I don't want. Cody Parkey I will bring back. He's a pretty good kicker. Why not, right? 35 strength. What a legend. Chase Daniel don't want. Rashad Coward don't want. Okay, so let's check out the division quickly. How do we stand here? We are in last. Lions are 5-3. Packers 4-3. Vikings 4-4. This division is always so close. The experience, though, 5.3 thousand from the quarterback. Honestly, was hoping for a bit more. Maybe he can still win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know. And then on the defense, 7,000 from that corner over there. 6,000 from this guy down here. Not bad. So I'll see you at the end of the season. We did not make the playoffs. What did we do? 6-9-1. That's definitely an upgrade from last season, but not by much, actually. 10-6 from the Packers. 10-6 from the Vikings. 7-9 from the Lions. So not a good season. Our draft pick should not be fantastic. We did go 4-0 in the preseason, though. Then got shut out by the Vikings in our first game. Then we beat them at week 3. Not bad. At least we got revenge. Beat the Dolphins. Beat the Rams. And the Panthers. We tied to the Redskins. And we beat the 49ers by 1 point. Wow. That was a close game. But Marcus Mariota wins MVP. Interesting. Our quarterback, 4,068 yards, 29 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. This could be enough for Offensive Rookie of the Year if there's, like, no other decent offensive rookie. Rushing, Jordan Howard, 1,206 yards. I think that's the exact same amount of yards he had last year. 14 touchdowns, though, 2 fumbles. Eric Webb had a touchdown. Tariq Cohen had 6. Allen Robinson, 83 catches, 1,200 yards, pretty much 10 touchdowns. Trey Burton, 833 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's a good season from him. Taylor Gabriel, 2 touchdowns. Cameron Meredith does nothing, only 4 touchdowns. That's surprising. Check out blocking. 22 sacks led up from the left tackle. Honestly, that's better than Charles Leno, though. 139 tackles for Danny Trevathan, 118 for Leonard Floyd, 110 from Aaron Lynch, 103 from Nick Kwiatkowski. Someone just commented today how it's actually pronounced, because they commented on my 49ers realistic rebuild. I think it's Kwiatkowski. Whatever. 11 tackles for loss for Akeem Hicks. We got 10.5 sacks from Matthew Ioannidis. He was not a bad pickup then. 8.5 from Leonard Floyd. Another pretty good season. 4 picks from Danny Trevathan again. 3 from Marshall Biddle. Right? Yeah, Biddle. 2 from Nick Kwiatkowski. 1 from Kendall Fuller. I said it again. Kyle Fuller. And then 1 from Eddie Jackson. I keep saying the wrong name. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was going to say mispronounce, but I'm not mispronouncing his name. I'm just saying the wrong one. We were 24th in the NFL on offense, and then we were 24th on defense as well. Mariota, of course, wins MVP. Anybody from the Bears? Didn't really think so. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Doubt anybody from the Bears is on this. Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe. Kind of doubt it. Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year does not even go to our quarterback. It goes to Justin Ebert. That's rough. TJ Wilson's in there at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Marshall Biddle comes in second. Pearson Goodwin comes in third. Nobody else from the Bears. So maybe our corner made like a Pro Bowl or something. Kind of really doubt it. Check out the experience, though. 13,000 from the quarterback isn't horrible, so I guess he could stay here if he really needs to. I saw 10,000 from Trey Burton, and I think like 10,000 from one of the offensive linemen. Go back up to the defense here. 13,000 for Goodwin's not bad. What about Biddle? 13,000 as well, so they should be pretty decent players there. 15K from Aaron Lynch, 21K from Leonard Floyd. Got some pretty good outside linebackers now. 10K from Matthew Ioannidis. Not bad. We actually have some experience going around, which is pretty nice to see. Here we are in free agency, $40.88 million to spend. I'm looking to get a quarterback. It's the most important player, I think. Tevin Coleman's here. I don't need him. Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker could be interesting. Or Larry Fitzgerald. I could go with Larry Fitzgerald and have him play in the slot. That might be the look. That honestly might be what I do. Because Devontae Parker is getting a lot of points, I think. 111 from the Dolphins. Why did you should have just negotiated it with him to begin with. I'm going to go with Larry Fitzgerald. You want a one-year deal? 91 points there. The Texans are offering 91 as well. I'm going to go with him. He's a beast of a player. 93 points. Hopefully that's enough. And then there's no good quarterbacks here. I would love to have taken a quarterback, but maybe I'll draft one again. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just give that guy a shot once again. Not exactly sure yet. So we did not get Larry Fitzgerald. That's a bit annoying. Who did he actually end up going to? We offered 93 points, I think. Let's see. Where did he go to? 91 points to the Texans. He just accepted the lower deal. Okay. So there are tons of wide receivers here to draft. I really don't know which one to go with. They all seem pretty good. This guy is the most like agile and can accelerate the fastest, but he's really not all that fast in general. This guy is a very tall, very talented guy. You know, this guy isn't super tall. He has very good stats. Not the fastest, though. I think I'm looking towards either this guy, Keith Winfield, who ran a 4.32. That's ridiculous. Or Howard Garvin, who ran a 4.4. I think I'm going to go with Winfield. He's 24 years old. I think he might be the best wide receiver here, though. 78 overall, normal development. Probably not the best overall, wide receiver here, but 96 speed, 85 catching. I'm going to have this guy play the slot. Gregory Shields looks like an absolute monster. 6.7 combine grade, 42 reps on the bench press. That is insane. B+ power move, B- hit power, B- block shed. He is on the team. 80 overall, quick development. He was ranked 5th in the entire draft, and we drafted him at number 40. That is insane. I'm going to trade away these 2 second-rounders I have left. Probably could have traded away that last one as well, but it's no big deal. I'm going to get all stuff next year, like a 1st, a 4th, and a 7th. That looks awesome. I'll probably end up taking that. Or a 1st and a 7th. Well, the Colts have the 1st overall pick. I'm actually going to take this one with the Colts because they had the 1st overall pick. I'm thinking that that was their pick. I hope it was anyway. Doesn't really matter that much, honestly. I'm going to trade this pick away, though, as well. Maybe for another 1st. Okay, there's a 1st from the Vikings. Or a 1st and a 7th. I don't really want the 7th this year, though, to be honest. I'm just going to take the 1st from the Vikings. I don't really care that much about the 7th. The player I'm drafting right now really does not fit the scheme, but I might try to make him start somewhere. Jordan Herrera. Maybe I can slide this guy to middle linebacker. That's potentially what I'm thinking, because he doesn't fit the scheme really as a balanced outside linebacker. Maybe he could still have some decent pass rushing stats. I don't know. I'm going to go with him, though. 77 overall, quick development. He doesn't really fit the scheme as a pass rusher. He has good zone coverage, though. That's for certain. Maybe he can play middle. I don't know. He has quick development, and he's 21 years old. He's not a bad player. I'm going with Kadarrell O'Neal here. I don't think he's going to be anything special. but maybe he's randomly really good. Who knows? 73 overall, normal development. Honestly, not a bad player. 87 speed, 77 zone, 93 acceleration, 81 hit power. He's not bad, but I'm not going to start him. Perry Slayton is coming on my team now. Looks like a very good left guard. He's going to be Kyle Long's replacement. Not a bad player. 91 strength, 77 run, 80 pass, 85 impact. Definitely not a bad player there. Ego Wilhoit is going to be my player right now. I don't think this guy is really going to be that great, but I'll go with him. 78 overall. Okay, he's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. I might still start this guy. I really don't know what I want to do yet. I have a weird, system going on with my offensive line. I don't know who's going to start yet. Keelan Bass. I don't know if this guy is going to be very good because his top 3 skills aren't phenomenal. He does have a good combine, though, so I really don't know what this guy's going to be all about. He's a 72 overall. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. He's still pretty good. 83 speed, 81 tackle, 77 block shed, 90 hit power. Not bad. He's not going to get any playing time, though. I'm just going to talk through the rest of these picks because I think I have 3 more draft picks and 2 more players to take. So with this one, I'm going with a defensive end, I think. I don't know if this guy's going to come in and start. Maybe if he's something amazing. Frank Russell, he's probably going to be like a 71, 72 with really good strength. 73 overall. 90 strength, 83 tackle, 82 block shed, 78 speed, and 79 acceleration. Okay, this guy's actually really good. He could probably play in this 3-4. I'm not going to start him, but he would actually probably... I'm sure he'd do, like, relatively well. And then I'm going to be drafting a fullback. It's like a staple of my rebuild, so at least draft 1 fullback. Reed Powless. He's going to be, like, the first-ranked player in this draft. He is. 82 overall. Not a bad player. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark with this last pick. See if I can find anybody who is an absolute steal. Let's see. A couple 7.0 combine grades. There's this dude who's going to be horrible. 7.3 corner, run support corner. That's, not bad. Martin Rainey. Okay, a bunch of safeties down here with good combine grades. That's kind of how that works. I'm going to go with Rainey. What are you all about? That's not you. That's Michael Jordan. Okay. Last rebuild, I think, or 2 rebuilds ago, I had Michael Jordan. That was one of the players I could have drafted. Kind of want to see where that guy goes. It doesn't really matter that much, but Sharon Lumpkin, let's go with him. 71 overall, normal development. Actually, a pretty good player. Pretty good stats, honestly. Here's the team for the 3rd season. We're upgrading for sure. This team still isn't great. I don't really expect them to make the playoffs. Webb, I couldn't really find a better quarterback, so he's going to still be here. Hopefully he can have like an MVP kind of season. That would be pretty awesome. Jordan Howard is, of course, still here. Allen Robinson, Cameron Meredith, the number 1 and the number 2 receivers. But Winfield, the rookie we just drafted, is now the slot guy. Looks pretty good there. Offensive line isn't really all that different. We got Will Hoyt is a guy we drafted. He's playing our left tackle position. We drafted him as a left tackle. Glover, who was the center, we moved to left tackle. I moved him now to left guard. He's going all over the place. Cody Whitehair, Matthias, and Charles Leno are the same. Trey Burton's still the tight end. I cut a couple players on this team. I cut Deion Jones. Deion Jones? That's not his name. Deion Sims. I keep saying Deion Jones whenever I say somebody's name that's Deion. I cut him, and I cut Danny Trevathan. I'm sorry, Bears fans. I feel like you guys probably like Danny Trevathan. He's a good player. He did pretty well for us now, but I saved a lot of money. And I also have this Herrera guy. I want to see what he can do. Jordan Herrera. This was the outside linebacker we drafted. I shifted him inside. I apologize, though. I'm sorry if you guys like Danny Trevathan. Adrian Amos is the starting strong safety, of course. Eddie Jackson still the free safety. These cornerbacks went up pretty decently. I think they're both an 83 in the correct scheme or something. I'll try to mess with that. But Goodwin and Biddle, not bad. Aaron Lynch, 84 overall. Leonard Floyd, 86 overall. Herrera's a 74 overall middle linebacker. Kwiatkowski's still here as well. Ioannidis, Akeem Hicks, and Shields are the defensive linemen. I think this team can do better than last season. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, though, but hopefully I get surprised. We have a bye at the midseason mark here, so I don't know what the record's all about. We are 4-4. We just barely lost to the Eagles. That sucks, but the Vikings and the Packers are also 4-4, and the Lions are 3-4. How's everybody playing? Our quarterback, 8,099 experience. Not bad at this point right now. 6.4 thousand for the left tackle. 6.5 thousand for the slot receiver is not bad. Then on the defense, 5,000 here from this guy. 7,000, 5,000 over there. 4,000 over here. Not bad. A decent amount going around. There was a bug flying in my room. I don't know what kind of bug it is. Kind of freaked me out for a second. But Jordan Howard, I definitely want back on the team. I don't know why I wouldn't. One of the best young running backs in the NFL for sure. Only 24 years old. Allen Robinson, another player that I definitely want back. I hope he does not get hurt in the actual NFL. I want to see what he can do with the Bears for sure. Trey Burton. You guys know how I feel about Trey Burton. Love him. I loved him on the Eagles. Every time he came in, he'd always make a play. He was a great player. Don't know if he can, fully start because, he never really had that capability, that opportunity, I guess I should say, because Zach Ertz was always the starter. Every time he'd come in, he would make a play, but I hope he can sustain that an entire season. We brought back Leonard Floyd, bringing back Aaron Lynch. We have a lot of players to bring back here. Aaron Lynch also not a bad player. The Bears kind of went to work in the offseason. They did some really nice moves. They also drafted Roquan Smith. All right, he's a great middle linebacker. I hope he can play well. He should develop pretty well too. He is really young, but I think, who's the guy I'm thinking of? Tremaine Edmonds? Which one's the safety? Which one's the linebacker? Whatever one is the linebacker. I think he was like 19 when he got drafted or something. Taylor Gabriel, I don't need him. Jonathan Bullard, don't need him. Mitchell Lowellyn, Lowen. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't need him either. But, yeah. The team, it looks like they're playing decently, experience-wise. I hope we can sneak into the playoffs here. So we did not make the playoffs. That's okay, though. How did we do? 9-7. We are progressing. That's good to see. The Lions 9-7, Vikings 8-8, Packers 6-10. The Bears are not an easy team to rebuild, so it takes some time for sure, especially realistically. 3-1 in the preseason. We lost the opening. Never mind. We won the opening 2 games. I was just so ready to say we lost. Then we lost to the Vikings and the Broncos, beat the 49ers, lost to the Vikings, beat the Redskins, lost to the Eagles, the Raiders and the Panthers, won 2, lost 1, and then won 3. So we almost clutched out a playoff spot. That would have been nice. The Lions just barely edged us out. The Jaguars have the MVP. It was Blake Bortles, but let me check out our stats quick. Our quarterback went off. 4,536 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 picks. Definitely do not need to draft a quarterback now. Jordan Howard, 1,161 yards, 9 touchdowns. Not bad. Tariq Cohen had 9 touchdowns. Eric Webb had 2. 81 catches for Cameron Meredith, 709 yards, 7 touchdowns. Keith Winfield, the rookie, nearly 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 81 catches. Trey Burton had a great year again, 7 touchdowns. Allen Robinson, yet again, gets over 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. Not bad from all those guys. 12 sacks led up from Ego Will Hoyt is not bad. 7 from Frederick Glover isn't bad either. Charles Leno, 4. Angelo Matthias, 3, not bad. 128 tackles from Jordan Herrera. Maybe that's enough for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kind of doubt it, though. 9 tackles for loss for Gregory Shields. How many sacks did we end up getting? 9.5 from Aaron Lynch. Leads the team. He had 99 tackles as well. It's actually a really good season. 6.5 from Matthew Ioannidis. 6.5 from Akeem Hicks. I see the bug. I think it's just a weird-looking fly. Is that a mosquito? I hope that's not a mosquito. I'm going to finish this and go try to get him. Pearson Goodwin had 4 picks. Adrian Amos had 4. Bryce Callahan had 2. Kyle Fuller had 2. Almost had Kendall again. Jordan Herrera had 1. Marshall Biddy had 1. So did Eddie Jackson. I got the bug. Don't worry. I'm good. I have no idea what kind of bug that was, though. It was kind of weird looking, and it had a stinger, I think. So, I don't know what kind of bug that was. But Blake Bortles wins MVP. Our guy comes in second, though. That would have been awesome if he could have won that. I like how I said we need an MVP season out of this guy, and we actually almost got one. NFC Offensive Player of the Year does go to our quarterback. Great to see. I'm kind of out of breath now because I had a very tragic fight with that bug. I came out victorious, though. Nobody from our team in Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year actually goes to Keith Winfield. I almost said Whitfield. That's actually great. He's our wide receiver. The Panthers went 1-15. That's rough. But at least our guy won that. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jordan Herrera, who's our middle linebacker. Not bad at all. Gregory Shields in 4th. Okay. Pretty productive season for awards. We were 6th on offense, by the way. Hold on, let me check out the rest of that. 6th on offense. Defense had to have been the reason why we didn't do very well. Let's check. 21st on defense. Kind of makes sense then. It kind of leveled out there. But 45,000 experience from our quarterback. That is awesome to see. What about from Winfield? 24,000. Not bad. Let me move him back up here. 10,000 from pretty much the entire offensive line, 13K from the left tackle. Okay, so this team I think can make the playoffs next season. That's what I'm hoping for, obviously. Go to the defense over here. 36,000 from the middle linebacker, 10K from pretty much both the cornerbacks, 13,000 from this defensive tackle, 15K from Leonard Floyd, 12K from Aaron Lynch. Not a bad season for experience. Here we are in free agency. This is normally a very good free agency period. 42.74 mil to spend. Carson Wentz is here. I'm not going to go after him. I really want him, but I'm not going to do it because our quarterback just nearly won MVP. I don't really have a reason for that. Man, I would love to have him. I don't want Miles Jack either because I'm going to have a good middle linebackers now. Kenyon Drake isn't bad. Don't need him. This sucks. There's no one else that I could really go after, that I'd really want. Pretty good fullback. I already have a good fullback, though. A lot of good talent in this free agency period here, but none that I really want to go after. Matt Ryan's here, too. I wonder who they drafted that they let go of Matt Ryan. Corey Clement I would always love to get, but I really don't need him at this point. Keelan Cole's not bad. Jimmy Graham's not bad, but of course don't need him. This sucks. I would love to go after some of those bigger guys, but it's alright. I like where the team is. Maybe I can try to draft some players to fill out the rest of the roster. Ndamukong Suh could be a look, though. I like the defensive tackle we just had, but, I mean, it's Ndamukong Suh. He's really good. I might try to give him an offer. Depends on what... Okay, I'm going to spend the experience, and if that defensive tackle doesn't go up all that much, I'm going to sign Ndamukong Suh, I think. So that defensive tackle went up actually pretty well. He's an 85 overall. I don't think I'm going to go after Ndamukong Suh because he's really expensive, and that defensive tackle is honestly not that much worse. He's only 6 overall points worse, so I'm okay with keeping him. Just because it is the first pick in the draft, I am giving the Panthers a crap ton. I'm giving them 2 first-rounders this year and Eddie Jackson because they needed a free safety. They're probably going to take a free safety. That's, you know, why I wanted to trade up with them, because I plan on taking this guy instead. But let's go with him, right? So that was a crazy trade up, but this guy looks amazing. Daiwan Long, 7.7 combine grade is awesome. He's first in 4 categories. I should actually mention that I know this guy has superstar development, Ernest Hawker, but I think I'd rather have Long at this point. Let's go with him. 81 overall, normal development, fantastic player. 90 speed, 82 zone, 92 acceleration, 90 hit power. He is a very good player. So I don't need this guy, but look how good this guy is. Zach Henry, 7.8 combine, really good top 3 skills, and I already said he has a good combine, but look at this, 4.32 speed, great 3-cone, great 20-yard shuttle, great broad jump. I'm just going to take him. He's not going to start, but 78 overall quick development. This dude is amazing. I literally have 1 player left, and this next year is going to be the final season, so I don't really care. Drew Joyce, let's get on the team here. 80 overall, quick development. This would have been a phenomenal pick if I took him actually in the 7th round. It's still a pretty good one, though. This is what Hawker looked like. I'm kind of glad I didn't take him. He's good, but I would much rather have the dude we drafted. This is what the team looks like going into this final season. This team should make the playoffs. I like the team I built here. I think the pieces are very good. We have a good quarterback, a very good running back, a good wide receiver core, fantastic offensive line. Everybody's at least a B. That's always what I like to see. Didn't mean to rhyme that. But Trey Burton's a very good tight end. And then over here on the defense, I'm not starting Kwiatkowski. I really do like him. I think he's a great middle linebacker, but this guy is very good as well. And he has quick development, and he's a rookie. So if this guy wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, he'll go up higher than Kwiatkowski. I don't know if I want to start him over Herrera or not, though. Herrera, however that's pronounced. Because, I mean, this guy's an 85, 80. I'm going to start Joyce over him. Because if Joyce wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, he will probably go up higher than Herrera is. So I think that's the wiser move. Outside linebackers are good. Safeties are decent. Now we have this long guy. I hope he can develop well. Cornerbacks are still pretty good. And D-line is still pretty good as well. I think this team can make the playoffs. Let's see what happens, though. We made the playoffs this season, going 11-5, having to take on the 11-5 Eagles, who are going to be ridiculous to try to beat. We came in second in the division. The Packers 12-4, Vikings 8-8, Lions 5-11. So let's check out the team schedule. Won 4-0 in the preseason. Won the opening 3 games. Lost to the Falcons 63-35. How did this happen? Our quarterback had 6 touchdowns. How many did Jordan Howard have? None. Okay, who caught all those touchdowns? Someone had 3. Allen Robinson had 3 touchdowns. Trey Burton had 2. Who else had the other one? Okay, so Winfield had the other one. And Wilson had 1. Jesus, did we get any defensive touchdowns or anything? We had 2 interceptions, both from the cornerbacks we drafted. Any touchdowns for them? No, we did not get any defensive touchdowns. That's a lot of points. We had 6 passing touchdowns. This offense seems like they're pretty good. We lost to the Jaguars, though. We lost to the Rams and the Lions and the Saints. But it looks like we put up a lot of points this season. It'd be cool if our guy could have won MVP, but Aaron Rodgers did. Fair enough. Our quarterback, though, 4,051 yards, 40 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Very good season. Jordan Howard, 1,305 yards, only 6 touchdowns. That's rather low, but I like the yardage, and the fumbles aren't terrible. Tariq Cohen had 12 touchdowns. Eric Webb had 1. Somebody had 3 down there, I think? Hold on. Who had 3? DeAndre Johnson. Okay. Nobody got over 1,000 yards. That's kind of surprising. But Cameron Meredith, 80 catches, 844 yards, 5 touchdowns. Trey Burton got 12 touchdowns, as did Allen Robinson. And Keith Winfield only got 5. It was a weird season for the receivers there. Sacks, how did this go? 18 from Ego Wilhoit. Honestly, not great, but it's not the worst. Only 3 let up from those 2 guys there. Not bad. On the defense, 112 tackles for Drew Joyce. Don't know if that's enough. Probably not. 10 tackles for loss for Akeem Hicks. Sacks, 9 from Matthew Ioannidis, 8 from Aaron Lynch. We're not getting a lot of pressure, but, I mean, defense looks like they're playing okay. 6 picks, though, from Adrian Amos. That's a lot. 4 from Marshall Biddle. I keep wanting to say Bibble for some reason. 3 from Pearson Goodwin. 2 from Jordan Herrera. Daiwan Long, who's a rookie, and Drew Joyce, and then one from Leonard Floyd, Bryce Callahan, and AC Newton. I don't know who that is. Any touchdowns? I saw one, I think. We got two, Adrian Amos and Akeem Hicks. Akeem Hicks got a touchdown. That must have been a fumble recovery. We were 7th on offense. What about defense? 4th. Okay, so this team seems like they played super well. Zach Payne comes in 2nd. I don't even know who that is. Our guy comes in 4th, though. Not terrible. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Jerick McKinnon is in 3rd. Okay, our guy comes in 4th for that as well. Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody from the Bears? I don't think we've ever had anybody on that list. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Warren Kafka, who's on the Eagles. Zach Henry comes in 8th. He's our one wide receiver that we drafted. He's not even starting. Drew Joyce does win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's pretty huge. Daiwan Long comes in there at number 8. What was that guy's name? Deontay Shabazz. What a legend. Best quarterback goes to Aaron Rodgers. That makes sense. Eric Webb comes in 3rd. Nobody else, of course, from our team. Best running back, Todd Gurley wins that. I'm sure Jordan Howard's in this. He's actually not. He had 1,300 yards and didn't make it. He didn't have many touchdowns, though, to be fair. I don't think anybody... Okay, never mind. Allen Robinson makes it. I was about to say I don't think anybody from our team is going to be in best wide receiver. But Ryan Ramczyk wins best offensive lineman. Nobody from our team. I think the entire Saints O-line is in there. Best D lineman goes to Cameron Jordan. I doubt there's anybody from our team. Best linebacker, again, I doubt it. Actually, Leonard Floyd makes it. Way to go, my man. Best defensive back, we got Adrian Amos in there. Nobody else from our team. Akello Witherspoon made it, though. Best kicker. So our kicker in this area is Cody Parkey, number 6. I'll take it. So let's check out the experience. There should be a good amount going around. I'm sure the quarterback has a lot. 26,000. That's a good amount. I bought the quarterback upgrade. That's why he has so much. Then on the defense, the linebacker should have the most, I'm sure. 38,000 for this guy. 14K over here. 10K over there. All right, so there's a chance we can beat the Eagles. I kind of highly doubt it, though. So I have to mention the word now. This is like the longest it's taking me to mention the word in any of these videos. All good, though. The word for this one is going to be indigo. I'm actually recording this one before I've uploaded my Chargers rebuild, and I think in my Chargers rebuild I mentioned that I ran out of words, and that is what happened. So I just thought of a random word. It's indigo. So comment that if you would like to. Thank you very much for making it this far and commenting it if you did. If you didn't comment it, then thanks anyway for making it this far, though. I still appreciate that. Let's go over the team here. 93 overall for the quarterback, 94 for Jordan Howard, 93 for Allen Robinson. A couple nice overalls on offense. Adrian Amos is a 95 with confidence. Joyce went up to a 90 with confidence. I think he's an 88. Obviously, without it, take the 2 points away. He's a very good player, 99 tackling as well. Couple good overalls here on the defense as well. If we can beat the Eagles, I will consider this rebuild a success. Let's see if we can do it, though. I don't think we're going to be able to. We actually beat the Eagles, 30-27. Did not expect that. That's pretty awesome to see. The Packers. Can we beat the Packers? This is a tough opponent as well. We beat the Packers against the Saints here. I don't know if we're going to be able to take down the Saints. I've been saying that this entire time. Are we in the Super Bowl? This would be awesome if we are. The Saints are a tough team to bring down, and we are in the Super Bowl. I'm surprised we won all of those games. Let me show you guys the team schedule, just to show you that I didn't force any of those wins. I did not think we were going to win any of these games, but we won them all 3. That's awesome. So let's go into this game against the Jaguars. Is that what it said? Yeah, we're taking on the Jaguars. If we can win a Super Bowl, that would be awesome. Also, we are a 93 overall. They are a 95 overall, though. They have the overall advantage. I'm sure the last 3 teams did as well. Let's see what happens, though. So we have a decent lead in this game. It's 31-10 now. 38-17, 38-24, 38-31. They brought it back for sure, but they did not score that touchdown there. That was a crucial stop from the defense. We almost actually let them come back into this game, though, and we won the Super Bowl. I did not expect this team to win the Super Bowl. I did expect them to make it to the playoffs, but winning the Super Bowl seemed like a stretch, but we did it, actually, under this, this, 3-year quarterback at this point, maybe 2 years? He's a very good quarterback. He actually played super well for us the past 2 years. His rookie season wasn't amazing, but there's Adrian Amos, chilling with some guys. Blake Bortles, last year's MVP, if I'm not mistaken. There's our quarterback right behind him, who won All-Star, Super Bowl MVP, almost an All-Star MVP. Let's see who won that. There's Marquise Lee. I think Blake Bortles is there too, talking to our quarterback. It is going to Jordan Howard, who had 110 yards and a touchdown. That's a pretty good game, but let's see what our quarterback did. Let's see if that guy actually won. If Jordan Howard actually won Super Bowl MVP. I mean, our quarterback had 3 touchdowns, a pick, under 200 yards, though. I think I would still give it to Jordan Howard. I don't know. This was a good game from the quarterback. I think I would still give it to Jordan Howard. Blake Bortles didn't play terribly. 303 yards is a ton, but 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's check out our team, though. Our quarterback played well. Jordan Howard, we already saw what he did. Yeah, I would definitely give it to the quarterback, actually. Looking at this, 68 yards on the ground and a touchdown on 5 carries. What was his longest? 55-yard touchdown. Probably. I'm assuming that was a touchdown. But 55 yards, that is insane. I would definitely give Super Bowl MVP to our quarterback. Now looking at it further, Jordan Howard did have a good game, though. Cameron Meredith had 2 touchdowns. Trey Burton had 1. Allen Robinson didn't really do all that much. What did our other receiver do? 2 catches for 15 yards? All right. 1 sack let up from Ego Wilhoit. Not terrible, I guess. Drew Joyce had 15 tackles. 1 tackle for loss for Gregory Shields. No sacks. We got 2 picks, though. Daiwan Long and Drew Joyce had 1. Drew Joyce actually had a very, very good game. If he had a touchdown, I would give him MVP, actually, looking at it even more now. He did not have a touchdown. He had a fantastic game, though, at, middle linebacker. That is going to conclude my Bears realistic rebuild. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I think this team turned out pretty well. Here's a quick look at the offense, and here's a look at the defense. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.